If you're close enough, maybe you can take your bike to work. We're focusing on one mode of transportation in this week's Brayn for Hire. It's actually the busiest time of the year for bike shops with the weather warming up.
Take your bike down from the garage, you realize it's kind of a mess. So we figured we'd send Brian to Penn Cycle in Minnetonka to sort of learn a little bit more about how we should get our own bicycles tuned up, and you learned a few skills.
Learned a few skills, did my best. So every morning, you guys, of course, I get to work with photographer Nate Anderson. Turns out his bike was in need of a tune-up, so I figured, who better to do the job than me? So here we have photographer Nate Anderson's very nice Trek bike. He's put it in our trusty hands to get this all tuned up for him. We're going to do our best. We have Alan Roth with us, store manager here at Penn Cycle.
Out here.
And what are the most common issues that you see when people bring in bike for a tune-up?
So the two most common complaints are it's not shifting properly, the chain skips and jumps around, or the brakes aren't working right. The brakes are mushy and not stopping the bike properly.
So we're going to take a look at both of those things here on Nate's bike.
We are.
I don't know.
Indeed.
All right. Should we start with the shifting first?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, so what do we need to take a look at?
You'll notice that the chain's trying to jump around. It's not staying put in one gear.
Yep.
So that's the reason for that is because the cable tension's not correct. Now, if you turn that black barrel there out a little bit
towards me,
you got it. And see, all of a sudden, it stopped jumping around.
So we're increasing the tension on the cord down here.
You got it.
So Nate can shift better, and we want to make sure that he can stop as well. That's very important.
It's a very important part of it.
So what are we looking at with the brakes?
So his brakes right now are really mushy. Just like with the shifting, what we need to do is increase the tension on the cable. So in a very similar fashion, exactly. You're just going to unscrew that barrel out from the brake. You're going to give that a couple or 3 turns and then give it a try.
Is that better?
There you go. That's perfect.
Okay. So now Nate can stop. Good news there. I would imagine there's a lot of other things that you look at with a bike as well for a tune-up.
There are a lot of other things. We look at the wheels, make sure that the spoke tension is proper and that the wheels are correct. We look at, when we do a tune-up, we look at everything on the bicycle, head to toe.
Okay, make sure it's in good shape. Alan, we appreciate the time.
No problem, thank you.
Thank you so much. So Nate can be a little bit picky sometimes, so we're gonna get this all polished up and shiny as we send it out the door. Here it is. This is my shiny new bike. Not my new bike, this is Nate's bike. We have photographer Nate Anderson in the backyard. Does it look okay?
Oh, it looks shiny.
Looks shiny.
Yeah.
So we have that going for us. You actually have your bike shoes on.
I do. Should we try it?
Okay, let's try it out.
I'm a little nervous.
We need to make sure that you can shift.
I'm actually kind of shaking a little bit.
And we need to make sure that you can brake.
Okay.
Do you think you can actually ride around in the Care 11 backyard?
Let's see if I can even get clipped in.
Okay, there you go. He's gonna bike in circles around me, guys. How does it feel?
La 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 la. It actually feels, you know what? It feels pretty good.
Does it?
It really does.
Okay.
Nate usually does go in circles
La 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 la.
There you go.
And
He's ready to bike, guys.
Thank you.
I think it's great. I hope he goes 10 miles today with jeans on.
He likes to bike in jeans. That's how he rolls.
Thank you, gentlemen.